everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have a quick video for you today because it is my swap card for Backstage, which is Stampin' Up's leadership event in Las Vegas. In my time, it's next week. In the time you're watching this, I hope it posts the day that Backstage starts, which is Monday. So we'll see. Sometimes when I film ahead, it can be a process, and so hopefully you're seeing it. But because it's my swap card, I'm not making a ton. It's not Backstage is more business oriented and not crafting oriented, but we do swap some, and I want to swap with my friends and with the other members of the Create With Us tutorial team that I'm on. So those of you that purchase from me that get the free bundle, I want the girls that are there, I want to be able to swap with them. So I'm going to probably make 20, 30 cards at most. But whenever you design a swap and you're going to make multiples of more than like 5, you want it to be a quick card. So it's a quick card. And if you saw the other video that posted last week, then you'll know kind of what's coming up. But before I get going on that, I want to show you a couple of other things. These are all online exclusives that were available starting in November, so you can get them now. This little bear, she can hold things. This one has 2 different bundles on it. This is the one that makes a pop-up, so super easy. This one and this one both have tutorials on my channel. These were shoebox swaps with friends. So there's those. And then the suite that I'm using today is Brushed with Beauty. It is my card club suite of the month. Here it is. This is another swap card that I made from my friend designed it. So there's that. It has vellum. It has a folder. It's got these embellishments. There's no ribbon. So in card club, we're using the linen thread. That is espresso and old olive. But here is our first club card. So if you're interested in being part of my online card club, you will want to go watch this video because it's the first project that we'll make. In club, we do 6 cards, 3 designs. So we do 2 of each design. So this is the first one. This video talks all about card club, what you get in November. And then I did want to show you, here's some of what I've started working on. So if you are in my December card club, then every December I send a gift. This year it is going to be a project that you make. I tried to find last year's because after I recorded, I thought, oh, I don't even remember what we made, but we made a little diorama box that could hold a gift card holder that we made little tiny tinsel trees and teensy tiny little snowmen, and we put those in there. So they're not cards. They'll always be a little craft. Sometimes I make them. Sometimes you do. This will be one that you make. So as you can see, I have counted the numbers for November, and I do a couple. So to get my Christmas gift, you have to be in the card club in November, so you get counted, and then again in December to get your gift. So if you're only in December, then you're not going to get a gift. So if you want to get the gift and make that extra project, then you'll want to sign up for November so you get counted for the gift. So those are this year I am a little bit ahead of schedule on all things, so I feel a little bit good about that. So because you never know at what point your life could just go right. I've had that kind of a year. So this is the card. If you've seen this one, this is where I got I hadn't even really thought about swaps. They were in the back of my mind, like, you got to make them, you got to come up with something. And then I did this to show, again, it's card club, and this has, I like to show you guys things that we've used over other card clubs combined with whatever's current. So we used this ribbon. We have used the branching out dies in past card clubs, just real recent ones. And then these embellishments are the ones that you can get free in November. So when I was making this card, I loved it. I love it's my color combinations. I love the white stamped on craft color. There was just a lot of things I liked about it. What I didn't like was that it was going to take far too much of the paper for a swap card, and it was going to take too long if I had to cut out all of these things. So I adapted it, but I'm really, really pleased with the adaptation. So I'm going to use Words of Beauty, just the stamps on this one. So I'm going to use I Think You're Amazing, but you can see you can kind of mix and match sentiments to get whatever you want. And then I am using our club bundle, which is Petals of Beauty. I'm using both the stamps and the dies. The only die I'm using is one of the other flower. There's a larger one, which you can't see. I think it must be under here. So there's a smaller one and a larger one dies. I love the new cases because they have the pictures of the dies on them. Well, maybe that is the large one and that's the small one. They're not to scale, just like our stamps. And then what I didn't use on the other card that I'm using on this one is, which is also an optional add-on for Card Club this month. And by the time this posts, it'll be right around the time that you guys have to have added anything or signed up, because you have to do all that by the 10th. So I'm going to use the lasting linen. So let's get going on it. I'm probably going to talk longer than what it actually takes to make the card. So I have... No, I don't. I left it on my paper trimmer. I have crumb cake again. And then this is the piece that I have, like, kind of my inspiration for all of it. I like the other side too because it looks kind of camo, and camo is, I was on a huge camo run a few years ago. Kind of backed off of it, but when I see something like that, I'm like, oh yeah, I could wear that. It's kind of cool pattern. But this is where I based it. But when you're doing swaps and you're going to do 20 or 30 cards, that takes a lot of designer series paper. So what I did on the other one, I used the branching out dies. On this one, I have swapped to the arches because you get just as much bang for your buck and seeing the paper, and it will go farther. So I've got two sizes of arches that layer. So this one is in the paper, this one's in espresso. And then same thing I did on the other one because I really loved it, was the vellum is back. It's 12 by 12 now instead of 8.5 by 11, but it feels the same to me. I don't know if there's any difference, but it feels very similar. And I'm going to do that with that. So I'll just go ahead and run those through my machine because I think that's all the die cutting I have to do. I have my crumb cake, and on the other card, it was, the crumb cake was just kind of the card base, and then we layered everything on top of it. This time, it will actually be part of our card. And I thought about doing a false front, but again, because I'm doing a swap, I decided it would look just as pretty on one level as opposed to two. So if you watch the other video, it's almost going to be the same thing. There's going to be more leaves, so I'm going to start with Granny Apple Green. And then you'll be able to tell me if you've watched both, which card you prefer. So I want the leaves and the flowers to be everywhere. This little arch doesn't cover up a lot of the card. Sometimes if you're putting something larger on there, you can skip stamping where you know that where you're going to layer something. But for this one, it's pretty much all going to be seen. So I'm going to do these in Granny Apple Green. You want to make sure you have a nice direction, that they're not all going the same way, because on the paper, they're not all going the same way. And that you get a nice smattering of green and white, because the flowers are the white. So that looks pretty good. And then thankfully I can do this like while I watch Survivor or something this week to get those done. So that is my Granny Apple Green. Then to go in the middle of it, I'm going to do Mossy Meadow. And this is the little vines. This is a whole lot faster. The little accent stamps stamp faster because you don't have to ink as much. You don't have to press as hard. And on this particular set, they don't have to be perfect. They line up pretty well. Even the flower, if you don't get it perfect, you don't notice, especially when it's a background like this. So pop these on here. The other reason I thought about doing a false front is because, you know, if you do swaps, I could do a whole sheet of paper and then cut it into 4. It's a little bit faster. But if I was doing 50 maybe, but I decided for 20 or 30, I'll just do it this way. And then I'm going to do my white. And if you saw the other one, it is going to pick up green. And I told you to wipe it off because I'm doing swaps. I don't care. I will wash my pad at the end. Because something's got to give, right? And so it's the time that I'm going to get back. See, it has green there. And it's going to come up on my pad, but I can take a wet wipe when I'm done. The white stamp pads come with refills. So I'll just wipe it up with a baby wipe, and then I will just refill it. Because if I have to clean every time in between this, it'll make it take too long. And I'm overlapping because if you look at the paper, it overlaps. That one I'll get off because I got a lot on that one. And maybe a couple more. I really need one here, so I'm just going to go for it. We'll go right over the top of those. And then again, you can see the whole pattern on there is. Sometimes in the winter it doesn't do it as bad because the houses are dry. But I have the heat on and it's still doing it. So it is what it is. I'm going to go to my crumb cake. This one does have a little bit of a tip. If you didn't watch the other one, see this leaf right here that has kind of like the gougey in it? It matches up to that. It's the very obvious one, but they don't have to be perfect. And whenever I'm stamping on camera and my head's not right over the top, they're never exactly perfect. But you'll see in the end, it doesn't matter on this particular card. It kind of feels like, you know, when you look at fabric, if you buy a t-shirt or something in the summer or a blouse and it has a floral pattern, if you look at it, a lot of times they're abstract. This one right here. And then this one down here. That one was way off. I'm going to leave that open because we're going to go back to the crumb cake. This is my espresso, and it will be the centers of all of my flowers. If you think I stamp bad, when I show you the other one, it's a lot better. But trust me, when you layer all this together, nobody's going to notice if these are perfect. Even these that don't have a center, because I like the way the brown looks, I try to get just a little on the edge. Then this is where our lasting linen comes in, because this is where I was, and then I pulled the paper over and I was like, it doesn't match as well. When there was more paper and less stamping, it matched okay. More paper, more card and less. So then I noticed that this does have a little bit of the linen print, so it was kind of scary the first time because I spent all the time and those were far better lined up than the ones are now. But I thought, what happens if I just stamp the linen thing over the whole thing? So that's what I did, and that's what we're going to do now. So I have the crumb cake, and this is the new online exclusive linen pad. Ink that up. And I'm just going to take my whole entire card and very carefully lay it on here. Grab another piece of paper so I can just press. You don't want it to move, because if you move, it will look shadowy. Pop that up, and before I show it to you, I'm going to take this piece here. You can see I've already done it. And I'm just going to lay it on here. It doesn't need to be super solid. And it will be stamped off because we've already stamped once. But you see it just gives a nice pattern. This really looks like what the paper has in the back of it. But then look how fun that is. I think it looks much more complete than those giant gaping spaces in between. And then I'm going to take my words. On the other one, you know, I used a die. 2 dies. I used the because, and then I also used the little banner that comes in the set, but ain't got time for that when you're doing 20 things, right? 30. My goal is 30, but if I get 20 done, I'll be happy. I have been known to take them and think I will finish these. It doesn't happen. Once you're with all your girlfriends, you got better things to do than work on swaps. I have also been known to take them one time when we were in Georgia at a Backstage, and we booked a hotel, but it was said it was across the street. It was across the street on a very busy highway. So we got over there. It must have been I don't think it was a one-day event, but I forgot to bring my swaps. And there was no way I was walking back across that busy highway to go get my cards. And then because it's not a huge swapping event, if you miss swapping the first day on stage, then you're good. There's still people swapping the whole time. At Backstage, everybody's kind of one and done with it. So I just brought them all home. I ended up using them for thank you cards. So here's all my pieces. Now we just quickly assemble all this. So I am going to grab some dimensionals, which may end up switching to adhesive for 2 reasons. One, faster, right? It's way faster to glue it or use my seal on this. 2, when you're stacking a giant stack of cards up, if they don't have dimensionals, they'll be a lot flatter in my luggage and they're less likely to get bent. I like the way it looks with this though, so I'm going to show you this in case you make it, because I would add some dimension with the dimensionals. And then I'm going to use, this is what you're getting in Card Club this month, so I wanted to try it. This time I'm on my other one, I had it on the front. I'm going to do it so it ends up on the back. And again, I'm not going to tie it because of time. When you're making cards. Well, I'm going to tie it, I guess, to hold it still. I'm not going to tie it so it looks good. I'm just going to tie a knot. When I did it the first time, it was on the front. If you do it here on the back, you can be a whole lot quicker if you're not talking and not have to worry about where the knot is, or just some swap making tips for you, because On Stage is coming up at Long Beach, California. For those of us in the US, it's held around the world. We already have our hotel booked. Because one thing with swaps, you want them to look good. You want it to have your best work. You don't want them to be smeary. You don't want them to be half stamped. You want it to be all current merchandise. But anything you can do to make it go a little faster is most certainly not frowned upon. Let's spread that out a little bit. And when I do these tonight or tomorrow, I will do them all the steps at once. My husband will, bless his heart, he will do all the die cutting for me, which is nice. And again, on my other one, I used glue on this. I will probably use glue dots for time. I may even use the seal because it holds it well. And then just stick this on here. This I'm going to put all the way over onto the center of my flower. It will also help hold it down before I put them in the center of the flower to help like stand in for the center. But this I'm going to do it a little bit different. And for this, I'm using the streaked dots. So if you're in Card Club, you got these in September, I think. I think we just got these. And normally I put 5 to 7, 9 embellishments on a card. But again, if you're doing a swap, you don't want to do 9 times. A lot of people will do 50, 100 swaps. You don't want to use that many. So I will do 3, which is customary and standard, I think, in a lot of circles to do 3. So here's this one. They will all end up looking about the same. I think on this one, I started with the flowers and filled in with the leaves, which is what I will do going forward because I like a few more flowers. But if you look at the paper, because when I did the other card, the way it laid, like it was here, and it was far more leaves than flowers. So you can see that there's places on these where it's flower centric, and then where there's leaves. So if the paper and the designers are like that, then we can do it too. So there you go. If you are going to Backstage, seek me out. And I don't know that I will ever have my swaps out in a general swap because I do need to get the ones to the people that I have promised to swap with. But I will have some extras for sure. So thanks for watching. And if you are going to Backstage and you don't even have swaps, just come up and say hi. Have a great one. Bye.